David.
Yes, chef.
Tell me what you've decided to put on top of your pizza.
Mine's going to be a vegetarian pizza. I call it the fun guy, just like me. It's going to be all mushrooms.
And what is this?
That's made of duxelle.
Chopped mushrooms, onion, little garlic, all cooked down. Looks good. Thank you, David. Best of luck.
I'm making a seafood pizza with white sauce. It's sort of like a coquille Saint-Jacques, but I'm doing it on pizza dough. Even though I was knocked down, I'm not out of the game. I'm here to stay.
I like what David's doing. He's had a little cream to his duxelle, so it's made it very creamy and rich.
5 minutes! 5 minutes left!
You know what a really elegant pizza is when it has the fried egg on top? I love that.
It's hot in here.
As long as these quail eggs cook up nice, we're golden. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
My egg needs to come together down to the absolute wire.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Smells like pizza in here.
Ooh, I feel the heat.
The egg's not quite where I want it to be.
It looks perfect. The shiitakes are nice and brown. I'm happy.
After observing and sampling throughout the challenge, the judges will now take one final look to select the top pizzas for tasting.
You had 60 minutes to create a MasterChef-worthy artisan pizza.
There are 3 pizzas that we can't wait to take a closer look at.
The first home cooked, we like to call up, made a pizza that showed both finesse and craftsmanship.
They better try this pizza. It looks awesome!
Please come up. David.
Go on, Dave.
All right, Dave.
I call it the fun guy. It's got a portobello duxelle base, some matsutake mushrooms, chanterelle mushrooms, enoki mushrooms, and a white balsamic dressed arugula.
That crust is lovely and crunchy, with a little chew to the center. Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you, chef.
You've taken a single ingredient, mushrooms, and made it shine on your wonderful pizza. Nicely done.
Thank you, chef.
It looks like something that I really want to sink my teeth in. The arugula, perfectly flavored with a little bit of acidity from the balsamic, breaks into the richness of the cheese. I like it.
Thank you, chef.
David, how are we doing?
Good, chef. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Tell me what the dish is.
I'm doing a quail stuff with the tops from all the veg, and then I'm going to roast them together with the legs, and then plate it with all the beautiful veg that you provided.
You're the only one so far that's doing something stuffed and has deboned the legs. So that's like showing me that you have a ton of skill and that you also are like driven to getting it to the next level. Now it's, do you have the wherewithal to make it happen?
I do.
All right. They look good. I'm excited, David.
Thank you.
1 minute.
The judges are going to be impressed by my plating. It should be as close to Graham-esque as possible.
I hope the judges want to taste this.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Woohoo! All right.
The judges will now take one final look at the dishes for tasting. The winner of this mystery box will receive a huge advantage in the upcoming elimination challenge.
I've been in the middle in this competition for the most part, and I have to be called up to that podium. I want to have the best dish.
Now, it's customary for us to taste 3 dishes in a mystery box challenge, but we're going to try one more dish.
I'm 100% sure they're gonna call my name. They have to.
Please step forward. David.
David, of course.
It's a stuffed quail with seasonal roast veg and parsley aioli.
I love this plate. It's very, very natural and organic.
Thank you.
Where'd you get the idea for this?
I actually love working with whole animals. It's a small one, but I just like doing that type of preparation.
I love the sauce. Nice roast on the vegetables. Nice color on the skin. This is a dish that not only is it delicious, but it's one that you want to photo and, like, you know, tweet to everybody. Good job.
Now we're going to take a moment to discuss the 4 best dishes.
Standing up there, I have butterflies in my stomach. I would love to have an advantage, finally.
To think that none of them get paid to do this. These guys could easily be in a restaurant.
There was a lot of stand-up dishes.
Okay, so we know who it is?
Absolutely.
I want to win this mystery box challenge more than anything, just to show Graham Elliott what type of home cook I am.
The person that made the best dish in this mystery box challenge, a big congrats. The person that made the best dish in this mystery box challenge, big congrats. David. You should be very, very proud of being able to put that dish together.
In my cooking life, I've never been so happy because Graham Elliott actually noticed how much passion I put into that dish. Thinking a little bit outside the box, I'm doing a pan-roasted lamb with boiled pistachio nuts and then pureed and a sweet potato puree. Having Claudio in the kitchen with us gives us added pressure. Love it.
Hi, Sabrina.
Hi, Chef.
You almost seem too calm. It's as if you're just, you know, cooking for a Tuesday night supper.
It's funny that you say Tuesday night, because Tuesday night's my date night at home.
Oh, is that right? So
I'm cooking for my love. I'm cooking for my boyfriend. He's my #1 fan.
it's tough being away for a while.
It's so tough.
Look forward to tasting it.
Thank you, Chef.
I'm making a very complicated dish, wine poached pear, and that's a couscous with celery, carrots, and I'm gonna deep fry some sweet potatoes. I've never won a mystery box, and I'd sort of like to win at least once.
15 minutes! You have 15 minutes left!
I'm close to plating.
Oh, come on, show off.
What's he doing?
I think that this challenge is just too easy for Claudio.
How's everyone doing?
Michael put a pistachio crust on his lamb, just like you've done, but he didn't sear off his lamb at all.
Wow.
I like the idea of cutting the lamb. I think it's smart of Jennifer to attempt this. David is not doing a crust with pistachio. He's actually making a puree, which, if he pulled off, would be amazing. 5 minutes! You have 5 minutes left!
I'm gonna change this plate. I want it to look tighter and cleaner.
Looks good.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up! Please come up. David.
Every time I'm in the top 3, David gets called, and David wins it.
It's a lamb rack with a sweet potato mash and a pistachio puree.
The lamb, cooked beautifully. Your sweet potato, beautiful, soft and creamy. Each component stands out on their own. What I think you could have done is maybe used 3 lamb chops, because when you're presenting, often the odd numbers look so much more aesthetically pleasing on a plate. Well done. Great dish otherwise, David.
David. David is a savory cook. This might not be in Dave's comfort zone.
I'm scared about this ice cream maker. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This could send me home. I've made ice cream before, but not in an hour. I want to make sure I solidify myself in the top 4.
Ice cream is the most difficult thing in this challenge because of the time. You have 60 minutes. You have to make your ice cream base, eggs, sugar, scalding your cream, infusing the flavors, cooling it down, and then churning it in the ice cream churn. It is a tricky process.
David, what flavor of ice cream are you making?
I'm doing a vanilla bean, thyme, and lemon. I'm gonna do it over top of a blueberry cake.
And that sounds very interesting. Who do you think presents the biggest threat for Lynn right now?
The guy doing the ice cream. I'm not gonna go out without a fight.
Good luck.
Thank you, Chef.
5 minutes, you have 5 minutes left!
David's taking his ice cream out.
It's still a little bit soft.
Wow, it looks a bit loose.
It looks a little thin.
I have to start freezing this darn ice cream. Gotta get it into the freezer. It's gotta work.
Looking pretty good.
Look at Sabrina, she's still with the pasta.
We are either about to taste the freshest pasta we've ever had,
Oh, no pasta.
or no pasta.
Come on now.
1 minute, you have 1 minute left! You better start playing now! David has got everything on his plate except the ice cream.
But he's leaving it down to the wire.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hands up!
It's time to taste what each of you have pulled off with the instruments that you were assigned. David, please bring your dish to the front. What do you call this dish?
This is a vanilla bean, lemon, thyme ice cream on a blueberry cake with candied thyme and a blueberry coulis.
That's a lot to pull off in 60 minutes. Is this the toughest challenge you've had yet?
Oh, without a doubt.
David, that is spectacular. The richness of that perfectly formed scoop of ice cream, beautiful. Silky smooth, the thyme does come through. There are little thyme leaves in there. Genius. The sponge cake, warm. It's absolutely a heart-warming dish.
And these little blueberries, what did you do to these blueberries?
Made a simple syrup and coated them to give them a nice little glaze.
I bet you Lynn's dying to taste this.
Yes, I am, actually.
One word. Sublime. It's extraordinary. I wish your family was here to watch what you've done.
Me too.
Incredible. Please go back to your station.
One thing's for sure, I'm not afraid of an ice cream maker anymore.
There were some interesting techniques, approaches.
This challenge is about adapting to what you're given and making the best with what you have. We have a tough decision to make.
Okay, let's go. Today, Lynn assigned each of you a tool she thought would trip you up. And in more than one case, she was right.
But one home cook rose to the challenge.
And that home cook was... David.
Best dish with an ice cream machine in 60 minutes? It's cool, man.
I just can't believe I can win on dessert. This feels incredible. The next thing I know, I have a fire. I am in full flames. Thank God I didn't overcook the venison.
David!
Yes, Chef.
So I saw the big fire there, but everything's under control, right?
Yes, Chef.
So you come from a big Portuguese family, right?
Yes, I do.
So this should not be a big problem for you, 21 dish. That's probably about 1/4 of what you usually do for big family gatherings, right?
You're absolutely right, Chef. Unfortunately, I usually start a day before, not 3 hours before.
I hate to tell you this, David, okay?
Yes.
You don't have 3 hours.
Thank you, Chef.
I feel like I've been peeling these beets for hours. It's taking forever, and time is burning up on me. I need to start this pick roll right now.
10 minutes! You have 10 minutes left!
With the clock ticking down, the 18 guests who supplied today's food are already being seated in the Vineyard's dining room. And while David, Lynn, and Sabrina are almost finished plating their dishes, Cody's pickerel is just coming out of the pan.
Here comes the servers!
Oh, my God. This one plate is everything. I'm either packing my bags or going to the top.
David, would you please describe your dish?
Today we have a venison loin with braised kale, a puree of squash, also a trio of the beautiful beets, and a red wine reduction.
Did you get the smoke on the venison you were looking for?
At times there was a little bit too much smoke, but yes, I did get the smoke I was looking for.
It looks stunning. I can't wait to try it. Thank you, David.
Thank you. This dish looks amazing. It tastes amazing. But you know what? Everybody's is going to be amazing today. We're all fighting for the same thing.
So I think the plating is really quite attractive. Elevated it, it's got a certain level of sophistication, but it's a little unusual and has a free spirit to it also.
Looks like you did a great job here on the cook of the venison. It's perfectly seared. You have this wonderful medium rare in the middle. I mean, what a fantastic job.
If I was to make one small complaint, the balsamic glaze is too thick. If this was just a slight bit thinner, and I can get all the beetroot and all this coming together, it would be just perfect.
David's venison was very good. It melted in my mouth.
You 4 finalists are great home cooks. And yesterday, you confronted your toughest challenge ever.
And you all did an excellent job.
You should all be very proud.
Choosing the best dish was incredibly difficult, especially given what is riding on this decision. The winner of yesterday's challenge will instantly achieve what you've all been working so hard for. A place in the MasterChef Canada finale.
After a long and careful deliberation, we came to a decision.
My heart is racing right now.
I'm not breathing right. I've never felt this way, ever.
The person who will now advance to the finale, who is a giant step closer to $100,000 and the life-changing MasterChef Canada title, is David.
This is truly, truly amazing. I've never felt so good, ever.
You did it, man.
From 50 people to 16 people to the last 2. I can't believe it. I'm here.
Congratulations, David. Your stunning venison dish has earned you your very own chef's jacket.
I haven't felt this happy since my children were born.
It's like a glove.
Like a glove.
Please head upstairs to the gallery.
Olive oil, olive oil. I'm making pasta. Keeping it simple, truffle's got to be the star.
Hi, David.
Hello, chef.
Ever cooked with truffles?
That I've never done.
What are you making?
Truffled ricotta AGNOLOTTI.
Who do you think is weak in this group here?
Anybody from a small town, anybody that doesn't have these types of products readily available is going to be a tough ingredient for them, including myself. There's not too many truffles in Surrey.
10 minutes!
David's really cutting it close.
There is a risk of me not finishing, but I'm going to get it. I don't give up easy.
If my egg's not poached perfectly, I'm going home.
You should be plating by now.
All of a sudden, it's like 10 seconds left. I'm like, holy jeez.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
Shoot. Just another 10 more seconds to finish it off. Would have been golden.
I really think it looks beautiful. It's like a piece of art. I'd put this on my wall.
David, please bring up your dish.
So before I tuck in, tell me about your dish.
It's a truffled ricotta AGNOLOTTI, the shaved truffles on top.
Well, looks alone, it certainly is a restaurant quality dish. Pasta is delicate, light, fluffy, dances on your tongue. And then that rich creaminess of the ricotta cheese with that secondary flavor of the truffle. And then a sauce that is big and rich. It's definitely the kind of dish I'd like to put on my restaurant menu.
Thanks.
Wonderful. And all done in an hour.
It was close.
What do you do again for a living?
I'm a concrete guy.
It's like a trained chef did this. It's one of the best dishes I've had so far.
Thank you.
It's incredible.
David knocked it right out of the park. He knows his stuff, and I respect that.
David, please bring up your dish.
I'm just hoping that this appetizer dish was a good idea.
My dish is tomatoes 5 ways with crispy sweetbreads and a salsa verde.
It looks beautiful. It's like a garden with little rocks. It's good to take nature as inspiration when you present a plate.
David, the foam, it's one of the most innovative things I've ever tried. It goes from a solid form to liquid. It just pops in your mouth. But one small misstep. You left the outer membrane of the sweetbread. That's what's making it tough. It's an easy misstep to make. But overall, fantastic dish.
The pickled tomatoes, the salted tomato, I love green tomato. That was wonderful. And the sweetbread. To me, it worked, and it worked well. Did you inspire me? A little. But it's difficult to inspire the Demon Chef a lot.
It's interesting that you chose a sweetbread to go with the tomatoes, because it's a unique and interesting combination that, in fact, does work. Other than that little chew that I had, the crispiness of it was right on the money.
As I look at my dish, I'm happy with it. It looks like a restaurant quality dish.
David, please bring up your entree.
This entree is very personal to me. I just hope I'm making my mom proud.
My dish is a wild boar belly with GEODUCK clam and brown butter carrot puree.
It's an exquisite looking dish.
David, you're taking the inspiration from clam and pork. I mean, that's just right up my alley. You know, Asians, we love to mix seafood with meat. GEODUCK clam with this wild boar, perfect complement. And the combinations of textures, of everything, it just goes together.
The clam is so tender. It is the thing of beauty. Very sophisticated, humble dish from a very sophisticated, humble chef.
Your wow factor on this plate is the wild boar belly. Herbs and a little citrus, seasoned beautifully. Absolutely delicious. We chefs love to be surprised. And you surprised us with this dish. Nicely done.
1 minute, you have 1 minute left. He's still got to put his meringue on. It's going to be within seconds if he pulls this off.
You can do it, Dad!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Wow. Last dish.
Win or lose, I'm happy with myself.
I'm this close to the title of MasterChef Canada.
Now, it's time for the most important tasting of your culinary lives.
Here we go, David.
Got this!
David, please bring up your dessert.
My dessert is a lemon curd parfait on a graham cracker sponge base with meringue.
Are you as surprised as we are that you pulled this off?
No. I wasn't going to give up. Not today. No way.
Can't wait to try it. I really adore all the flavors. The presentation to me is unique. There's so many textures happening here. You have crunchy from the meringue, soft from the mousse. The cake is sensational, flawless.
You know, David, I am impressed. You really elevated your wife's lemon dessert here. The star of the show really is this
lemon curd because the sharpness and the sweetness, that balances perfectly. This, to me, is heaven in a spoon.
The mousse is light and fluffy and delicate. The lemon curd, if that had not made it to the plate, this would not be a successful dessert. It's very well done. Thank you.